Hey guys, Dr. Alex Ritza here, and welcome to another episode of the Better Ever After podcast. Thank you for joining us today. And in this episode, I'm going to give you a tool that's going to hopefully help you regain and create some time. We're not talking about defying physics or defying space and time. What we're going to try and do is better use our time and find areas in our life where we're maybe spending too much of our time that is not helping us achieve our goals, is not in line with our values, and redistribute that to other areas, maybe things like sleep, family, health, etc., that might be more important to us. And so this podcast and the download that's going to be available for free to everybody is stemming from the survey that we did in our office this year, where one of the most common complaints in people's lives, not necessarily their health, but was a lack of time, a feeling of being rushed, not having enough hours in the day, and not having enough time to put towards the things that they thought were really important in their lives. And so I recently had to do a task for an assessment, for a fitness assessment, and one of the questions was going through, where do I spend all of the hours of my week, and putting them into different categories. And I thought this would be a really, really good and useful tool for everybody. So I created one for everyone myself, and this is what's going to be available for free to download. And what the exercise and the tool is going to be all about is finding the discrepancy between how we spend our day versus how in an ideal day we would spend that time. Because when I was going through this exercise, and it's one that I've actually done before, I've found that the relative distribution of time that I was spending towards different things, whether it's being on my phone, reading, learning, sleep, was for the most part in line with how I want it. I've spent years carefully orchestrating what I want my life to look like, and I'm really, really good about saying no to things so that I don't add too much to my plate. And so I rarely have that feeling where, oh, I wish I had more time in the day. And so because I've done this exercise before, I found that I had a pretty good equal distribution compared to what the highest values or my highest priorities are. And so when you download this tool, what you're going to be asked to do is distribute and find out where are you spending all of the hours of your week between sleep, friends, fun, health, etc. And then comparing that to what is most important in my life, where should I be spending the most time and the most energy. And what I hope that you get from this exercise is either A, you find that you're spending your time and your energy exactly where you want, and you are fulfilled and happy with that, and that life and your health is good. But hopefully, if it is not, this exercise will show you potentially where you're spending too much time and energy, and in what areas or domains of life is that time and energy being wasted or spent where it should be redistributed to something else. So it might come in the form of you notice, hey, I'm spending 16 hours a week on my phone or watching television, and if I can redistribute a little bit of that time towards the sleep column every day, I'm going to be able to spend more time doing something that's better for me, something that, is very important to me in terms of getting sleep and improving my health. And I find that when we can do an inventory, when we delve in and do some introspective work to figure out, what am I doing? How does it compare with what is most important to me? And then look at that discrepancy and figure out how we can make changes. Until we do an inventory like this, it's very, very hard to be introspective and to do this on the fly or say, oh, I should get more sleep, or, oh, I should stop watching less television. It's good to have some data and some numbers behind it. And what I anticipate a lot of people are going to find is that you are either spreading yourselves thin, trying to do too much in too little time, and are likely not focused enough on the things that are of the highest value and most important to you. In my opinion, I think that we can only focus on 4 or 5 things at a time in our life and spend a lot of time on those things if we want to be really successful or if we deem those to be really important. Say that may be your health, your family, your occupation, and throw in a couple of other things. And when we start going beyond that, in my opinion, that's where I find that we run into trouble maintaining our health, or at least feeling fulfilled and enjoying our lives because we know we're spending energy and time on the things that we love most. So this podcast is only going to be, I think, of value to you if you guys go and download this free download, this productivity and value assessment form. It's going to be available in the podcast link or in the YouTube and Facebook link. So I highly encourage you to do that. I think it's a really valuable exercise. It's only going to take you about 30 minutes. And heck, it might just tell you that, hey, I'm doing everything right. Or it might have the possibility to totally change your life and totally change your health. So thank you guys for tuning in today. Go download that sheet, and I look forward to hearing from you, whether it's an email, a DM, or in a review on iTunes about how this helped you. Thanks a lot, guys.